say that the Women's Cascade Cup has officially started. All 4 boats are clean out of the racks, and it looks like right off the bat, Steve, looks like lane 2, that's UCLA, has taken an early lead.
Yeah, so UCLA has done a nice job off the start. Their first 5 high, getting into their high strokes now in the body of their piece. So the Bruins have had a little bit of a tough season with their last race when they went all the way out to Clemson, South Carolina, to race the Clemson Invitational, and unfortunately had to deal with a tremendous amount of bad weather. Thunderstorms and tornado warnings, all sorts of things for the crews that had to come from the Pac-12, Washington State University, Oregon State University as well, coming all across the country to race at Clemson. Disappointed to not race there, but these Bruins are now showing something here with their start.
Yeah, Steve, they have gotten out of the blocks like a cannon. They have taken a lead on the University of Washington. University of Washington is a length up, that is, repeat, a length up on UW, and Steve, Seattle Pacific's holding serve with UW on the outside as well.
Yeah, they sure are. The Falcons are looking, their stroke seats, eyeing that Washington stroke seat. I saw that look from her coming across there. The Chloe Rumley taking a look right across at the Washington boat. It'd be a great accomplishment for them to hold on to Washington, see if they can go stroke for stroke with them down the race course. But it's the Bruins who've got this lead early on, and they're doing a great job. Coxon up to the bow ball of Washington.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting, Steve, to see if they can hold this pace the entire race. Clearly, UCLA has made a point of establishing themselves in the first 2 minutes of this race, and they are continuing to do it. But, Steve, as I say that, Washington has begun to march.
Well, it's one thing that Coach Yaz Farouk knows is to just have that patience. She teaches the athletes this. The Huskies know what to do. I saw a little nod there from stroke seat Ellie Bruce, giving her Coxon a little nod. Yeah. Sachi Yamamoto urging her crew on. She knows what to do. She knows where to take her moves. It's the whole job of now stay internal. Don't focus on what UCLA is doing. Focus on what Washington can do.
Absolutely, Steve. Washington has marched back in about 2 to 3 seats on the Bruins. They have moved through Seattle Pacific. And again, the University of Washington in this second 500 is looking to draw themselves back into this race.
Yeah, so Washington coming up on UCLA. UCLA still holding off Washington right now. But good racing going on between these two crews from the Pac-12 conference. So Seattle Pacific University with a little open water over the other Division II program from Western. So the Falcons doing a nice job. Actually, I would say that they're rowing their technical side. Coach Derek has really coached them up well. Good catches coming from Seattle Pacific. The Huskies just crowding into SPU's water just a little bit.
Yeah, we're coming through 1,000 meters, and the University of Washington Huskies have begun to draw even with the UCLA Bruins. They're getting closer and closer with every stroke, Steve.
Yeah, it's a couple seats down, maybe just a deck now at this point, but Sachi takes a look over at the UCLA crew. UCLA crew eyeing them. They're making their moves, so the Husky fitness is paying off here in the middle 1,000.
Yeah, we're coming through now, as I said, through 1,000 meters, and the University of Washington women have overtaken the UCLA Bruins.
Boy, they've got that little bit of lead now. Can UCLA respond? That's what UCLA has to do now. A cannon shot blasting off. Welcome to opening day, folks.
It's a beautiful day here for sure.
All right, so we've got good racing going on between these crews. It's Western down on the south side of the course, away from the university and the stadium. UCLA into Washington with the White Blades in 3, and Seattle Pacific, your other Seattle crew, right there alongside the historic Canoe House, the ASUW Shell House, coming into the Montlake Cut.
Yeah, I'm going to look at it, Steve. It looks too close to call right now. UCLA has begun to draw to right about even with Washington. Both boats are tight as we're going into the cut.
All right, so we're going to have to get real loud for the Huskies in the Montlake Cut here. UCLA and Washington really battling here now as they enter the cut. We've got to move back up to the start line for the Men's Cascade Cup. But great racing going on for the Huskies and the Bruins.
Yeah, coming up to the bridge again, around 600 meters to go, and this is a race between UCLA and Washington, with Seattle Pacific and Western trailing in the pack. But again, great racing so far by all 4 boats.
Yeah, very good to see. I mean, UCLA kind of did what we were talking about. If you want a chance here, if you want a chance in the Montlake Cut at opening day, you got to be aggressive. They certainly did that. They jumped on the start. They really took off, tried to see what they could take from Washington early in the race. All right, so folks, we're kind of get our drone back up in the air in just a minute. You can see the U.S. flag, the German flag, and the Husky flag flying high